Every struggling sales leader I've ever coached, every single one, was failing at half an equation they didn't even know existed. And here's the brutal part. The half they were failing at was invisible to them because they were so good at the other half. The great motivators who forecast as a coin flip, the process machine whose team quietly hates coming to work, different leaders, same problem. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to give you the equation, show you the 4 types of sales leaders it creates, and help you figure out honestly which one you are. Because I promise you this, your team already knows. You're the last one to find out. I'm Travis Huff. I've led sales teams for over 25 years, scaled B2B revenue to over $1 billion. I've sat in the VP seat, and now I coach sales leaders for a living. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the content. Let me tell you how almost every sales leader gets made. You were a great sales rep, you beat your numbers, you won the trips, and one day somebody tapped you on the shoulder and they said, hey, congratulations, you're a manager now. And then nothing. No playbook, no training, maybe a 2-day HR course on how to not get sued. The single most important multiplier role in the entire revenue organization. The person responsible for 8, 10, 12 quota-carrying humans gets less onboarding than a new SDR. So what do? You do what every untrained human does under pressure. You default to your natural strength. If you're a relationship person, a motivator, a connector, you lead with that. You pump the team up, you take them to lunch, you give a speech, and it works. It works really well for a while. If you're a systems person, organized, analytical, disciplined, you lead with that. You build the tracker, you tighten the process, you inspect the pipeline, and it works for a while. Here's the problem. Your natural strength got you the job, and it will absolutely, positively cap you in the job because sales leadership isn't a strength contest. It's an equation. Energy times execution equals elite leadership. Let me define the terms because I don't mean what you probably think I mean. Energy is not hype. It's not being loud. It's not ping pong tables. It's not a kickoff speech. Energy is a belief system of your team. It's whether your reps put in effort nobody's asking for, whether they hold together in a losing streak, whether talent wants to join your team or whether talent wants to escape it. Energy answers one question. Does this team want to win for each other and for you? You can be an introvert and lead the highest energy team in the company. Energy is built through systems, recognition, belief. We'll get more into that. Execution, on the other hand, is not micromanagement. It's not a 40-tab spreadsheet, and it's not breathing down necks. Execution is the operating system of your team, a weekly cadence that runs the same way each week. Pipeline stages with real exit criteria, a forecast built on customers' evidence instead of rep optimism. Coaching that develops skill instead of rescuing deals. Execution answers one question. Does this team know how to win repeatedly without the heroics? Want to win? Know how to win? You need both, and not in the way that you think. All right, here's where everybody gets it wrong. Most leaders think of these as 2 skills you add together, like I'm a 9 on energy and a 3 on execution, so I'm a 12 out of 20. Above average. I'm great. I'm fine. But it's not. It's multiplication. A 9 on energy times a 3 on execution it's a 27 out of 100. Now watch what happens. Take that same leader and move execution from a 3 to just a 6. Don't touch energy at all. 9 times 6 equals 54. You just doubled your leadership by improving the side you've been ignoring to merely average. Listen, that's the whole insight. In addition, a weakness costs you a little. In multiplication, a weakness caps everything. Your energy, your talent, your effort, your hours, all of it gets multiplied by your weakest side. And it cuts the other way too. A 10 on execution times a 2 on energy is a 20. The most beautiful system in the world, run by a team that doesn't care, produces almost nothing. This is why working harder your strength feels productive and changes nothing. You're polishing the number. That isn't the problem. Now, I know what some of you are thinking because it's the most popular leadership advice in the last 20 years. Maximize your strengths. Stop grinding on your weaknesses. You can hire for your weaknesses. You've all heard that. And here's the thing, that advice is true at a certain level. If you're a CEO, you can hire who's everything that you're not. If you're a chief revenue officer with real budget, sure, go hire your complement. But let's be honest about the situation. You're a frontline sales leader or a VP with a headcount plan that's already been allocated. Every open rec you have is a quota carrying seat. There's no line item for VP of the stuff I'm bad at. You know it. Your CFO knows it, and no amount of strengths-based philosophy is going to create that requisition. But headcount is actually the smaller problem with that advice. Here's the bigger one. And this is the part I need you to hear. Hire for your weaknesses, quietly assumes your weaknesses can be delegated. In this equation, it can't. Your team doesn't experience your org chart. They experience you. Nobody else can run your one-on-ones. Nobody else can have your hard conversations. Nobody else is going to make your team believe or inspect your pipeline with your standards. Energy and execution both flow through the same chair, yours. There is no hire on the planet that multiplies for you. And let's be honest about one thing. You can hire for that, and be honest about one more thing. You can hire for that is really a comfortable sentence. It's permission. It lets you file your weak side under somebody else's job someday and get back to doing what really feels good. Multiplication doesn't accept that answer. The 3 is still sitting in your equation, capping everything you touch, and it stays there until you raise it. So yes, build on your strengths. Your strength is your 9, and it's a gift, but you don't get to outsource the other number. You have to manage the weakest side of your own equation. And honestly, that's good news. Look at the math one more time. Raising a 9 to a 10 is brutal. That's elite margin work for a 10% gain. Raising a 3 to a 6 is learnable, it's coachable, it's systematic, and it doubles you. Your weak side isn't your shame. It's your single highest leverage opportunity. Think about it. So the question isn't, am I a good leader? The question is, which side of my occasion is capping me? And that brings us to the archetypes. Every sales leader on earth lives in one of 4 quadrants. As I walk through these, be honest about where you are, not where you want to be. Let's talk about them. The cheerleader, high energy, low execution. The team loves this leader. Loyalty is real. Morale is real. And when the cheerleader posts a job opening, reps line up. People talk about wanting to work with this type of leader. But look closer. Results swing wildly and nobody can explain why. Everything looks good. Everything feels good. The forecast is a vibe. Every rep sells their own way. So wins can't be repeated. 2 or 3 top performers quietly carry the whole number. And the hard conversations, they're always happening next week. Because when harmony feels like culture, accountability feels like betrayal. The cheer's boss sees it before the cheerleader does, because the forecast misses lands on the boss's desk. That's how cheerleaders lose credibility upstairs while being beloved downstairs. If your months are great and then terrible with no pattern, if you've said the energy is there, the results will come, you might be a cheerleader. The operator, low energy, high execution. Flip it. The operator's machine is tight, cadences run on rails, stages have criterias. The forecast is credible. Leadership trusts this person's number, and they should. But sit in the operator's team meeting. It's an audit. Reps report, they comply, and then they log off. Nobody's running through walls because nobody runs through walls for a spreadsheet. Effort shrinks to exactly what's required. And here's the killer. The operator's best reps, the ones with options, they leave. They go to work for leaders who make them feel invested in and respected. The operator gets compliance when they need commitment. The system is followed. It's just not believed in. If your process is clean, but your attrition is ugly, if you know your dashboard better than your people, you might be an operator. The firefighter, low on both. Before you judge, most firefighters aren't bad leaders. They're just built leaders. They're usually brand new, usually promoted with zero support, usually still carrying deals. Those are the leaders that carry a quota still, but are expected to manage a team. Weak runs the firefighter. Every day is whatever's burning loudest. They're the hero closing the reps deals, which feels like leadership, but is actually the opposite. Your building saves, not sellers. No cadence, no leverage. Ceiling equals their own hours, and they're at it. Here's the honest good news. The firefighter is the closest to the truth of the business and has no bad systems to unlearn. Small, consistent moves multiply fastest from there. If both your sides are low, you have the most upside in the whole video. All right, the elite leader, high on both. And there's the quadrant everything on this channel is aimed at. The elite leader runs a team that wants to win and knows how to win. Belief plus system. The forecast is trusted upstairs and the leader is trusted downstairs at the same time, which is rarer than it should be. Bad quarters don't break the standards or the belief. And the machine develops people. Reps become senior reps who become future leaders. They build a bench. Elite is not a personality. I've seen loud elite leaders and I've seen quiet elite leaders. Elite is both sides of the equation, built on purpose, maintained on purpose. Let me solidify elite. Let me make what elite is concrete. There's 5 observable behaviors, things you should literally watch for in a week of shadowing. Number 1, their week is boring in the best way possible. Same case, same meetings, same rhythm. The drama lives in the deals, not the calendar. Number 2, they inspect with evidence and coach with question. In a deal review, what did the customer do? Not how do you feel about it. Number 3, they know each rep's individual why, the real reason behind the number. And they connect the work to it out loud. They're great at that. Number 4, they celebrate inputs, not just closed deals. This is important. Progress gets recognized weekly, so most weeks feel like winning because in a well-run system, they are. The behaviors that get to a sell matter. 5, they have the hard conversation within weeks, not quarters. And the team respects them more for it because a protected standard protects everyone that's hitting that standard. And notice, 2 of those are execution behaviors, 2 are energy behaviors, and 1 is both. That's the whole point. From the outside, elite leadership looks like one seamless thing. It's not. It's 2 systems multiplied. So which one are you? Let's be honest. Don't answer with your gut. Your gut is the thing that's been hiding this from you. Do 2 things this week. Don't answer with your gut. Your gut is the thing that's been hiding this from you. So do 2 things this week. First, get your actual score. I built a free assessment for exactly this. It's called the E-Squared Leadership Index. 16 questions, takes about 4 minutes. Scores your energy and your execution out of 10, multiplies them into your index out of 100, and tells you your archetype. This is the part that matters. Gives you a specific build plan for your weak side. Link is in the description in the pinned comment. Go take it. It's honest. See what it says about you. Second, and this one takes guts, have 1 rep score you as well. Pick someone who would tell you the truth, not a yes man. Show them the 2 definitions, want to win, know how to win, and ask them to rate you 1 to 10 on each, then compare their numbers to yours. The gap between your score and their score, that's your blind spot. That's where we start. Everything on this channel from here builds one side of this equation. If the index says you're a cheerleader, the execution videos, operating cadence, pipeline criteria, evidence-based forecasting, those are your gym. If you're an operator, the energy videos are yours. Real motivation, meetings people want to attend, belief that survives a bad quarter, new videos every week. Subscribe so you don't miss them. Take the index and see you in the next one. Energy times execution, build both sides, and go be elite.